Hey friends, welcome to this week's Tony's Tips. Appreciate you tuning in. Hope I can pass on a little encouragement for you on your journey. Speaking of journey, I've had some of you tell me you appreciate that I've been sharing transparently about my journey. And I'm going to do that again real quick because I think these are all things that we all have to deal with realistically. I've many times have said that, if we overcome smoking or drugs or drinking or whatever it might be, we can kind of leave that behind. Whereas with people that struggle with food and eating and all that, we have to eat every day the rest of our lives, and that's not an easy thing because we're constantly being tempted, and things, as we all know, just taste so fabulous that this really is a deep internal work that we have to do. So I want to encourage you, just understanding this is a lifelong journey. The weight loss part, it is what it is. We've got a great tool for that, but it's the bigger picture. So just kind of recapping, I hit 19 pounds this morning. And I want you to know that I actually hit 19 pounds a week ago. Well, not quite a week ago, last Friday morning. And then Friday afternoon, we drove to visit some family. We were taking care of Brenda's sister who is ill. And kind of had a small family reunion at the same time, had our football game. And went and just had just a few treats that are not on program. And I planned it ahead of time all along. That when I was with my brother-in-law and my son, that we were going to do our thing watching the game. A few wings, a burger, some fries, yep, a beer, yep. And then the next day coming home, had an ice cream because I wanted to, and knowing full well that Monday morning I'd get right back on program, and I did. So it took from last Friday morning being 19 pounds to bumping up a couple pounds, 2.5, 3 pounds, and then back on program Monday, and here it is Wednesday, back to the same place I was last Friday. So of course, my first thought is, because of the way I'm wired, is to go, man, if I just wouldn't have taken that break, I'd probably be down 21 or 22 pounds by now, hopefully, possibly. But I chose to take that break, and I know I'm very positive and confident in myself, knowing that if I take that short break, I can get right back on. And I did. And I'm not bragging, I'm just saying that's how I'm wired. I'm wired to do that. Now, it was really a struggle for me to get started here last month. I just did not want to do it, but I did. And that was my struggle, just getting back on. I didn't want to give up my stuff, right? But I knew it was necessary. And I still have about maybe 5 or 6 more pounds, 7 pounds to go. But I also want to tell you about a conversation I had with one of my colleagues who, he lost about 82 pounds. Wife lost about 45. And they actually have been coaching others and helping others and have done really well. And then just like me this year, they've just kind of had a few things they've just kind of let go and indulged, and just found themselves back in places where they didn't necessarily want to be, but knew what they were going to do about it. And when we chatted, he said to me last week, I said, hey, I'm down 19 pounds. That was the day that I hit 19. He said, congratulations, I'm down 40. And I'm like, what? I didn't know you had gained 40 back, because they live across the country. And so we had a great conversation about that, and what came out of it was we both agreed that in the future we're going to do what we've talked to others about and have done ourselves many times, and that is, if we hit a 5-pound threshold of regaining weight, we're going back on program for 1 week. We're not going to let 5 pounds become 10, because 10 became 20, 20 became 40, right? So I just want to encourage you, not that we want to, if you want to call it a crutch, that's fine. We need a crutch. I just love that we have this to turn to, but I have been so processing that when I'm back at my goal, that I want to go back to eating 5, 6, 7 times a day, small portions, eating the things I like, the healthy things, and sometimes not always perfectly healthy things, but everything in small portion, moderation, and leaning towards the healthier choices 9 out of 10 times, because I am human and I'm going to still have those treats and things that are not absolutely the best, but it's going to be in self-control and not just going crazy and eating whatever I want, whenever I want, as much as I want. It's sad, but we do that, but we don't need to beat ourselves up about it. So I just want to encourage you to have those things in place and be working on the inside, working on the internal you, the deep things that are going to help you with the long-term transformation, because this is a long-term journey, and this is for the rest of our lives. And so we have to keep working on our mindset and on our thought processes and go, what am I going to do differently so that I don't go back to where I came from? So if you haven't checked in yet, I'd love to hear from you this week. And for those of you that have, thank you. and I look forward to talking to all of you soon. God bless and keep up the good work. Keep fighting the fight and press on towards your best health. Bye-bye.